Hey, thank you for joining us for Song of the Day. I stumbled across this listening to Allistair Begg the other night. He was talking about metaphors, and he was talking about how when he was a young pastor in Scotland, that he was made to go to nursing homes and see old people, elderly people. And, I've had that experience too, and I recommend it. If you haven't served in a nursing home, you ought to. The, many a person who's lived 80, 90, 100 years plus, they can share something with you. But without further ado, let's talk on the three songs or the two songs that became one. I wouldn't have heard this or shared it with you if I didn't hear it. We're building day by day. While the moments pass away, we're building day by day, ever building. While the moments pass away, we're building for eternity. And this is a song that was written by Lena Berg and also Flora Kirkland later. So without further ado, let's get to the meat of it. It may take a little while, but here we go.
I said to myself this morning as I walked out, I don't know how to put all these metaphors together. Now the people say, well, I'm going to end up a pillar in the park. I'm going to be a pillar in paradise. I'm going to be a sponsored pillar. I'm going to have names all over me, written on the back and the front of my shirt. I'm going to have the name of God. I'm going to have the name of the New Jerusalem. I'm going to bear the name of Christ. Well, it's a metaphor, of course. What prospect to become a pillar? Lot's wife became a pillar. That doesn't appeal. What he's saying is, when I build this temple, I'm going to build it with people. And if you will be an overcomer, if you will take the key, saved, serving, if you will walk through the door of opportunity, then you can look forward to being a part of this. It's a wonderful picture. In the course of pastoral duties in Scotland, in the years when I was assistant to Derek Prime, two of the most formative years of my life, and for which I will eternally be grateful. I visited all sorts of people. People who had strokes, and one lady in particular stood out because of the loveliness of her face and the kindness of her eyes, and the fact that she'd been so dreadfully impaired by the stroke that she was now unable to verbalize anything at all, but she still could get some kind of melodic whine out. And her sister, who knew her very well, and her brother-in-law were usually present when I would visit. And on one occasion that I was there, she managed to get out the little melody line that went, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And her sister said, you know that one? I said, yes. She said, well, then let us sing it. And so we sang, the three of us, dreadful trio. We are building day by day, as the moments pass away, a temple that this world cannot see. And every victory won by grace will be sure to find a place in that building for eternity.
You know, isn't that amazing what we remember? I remember when I was treating this one who was 92 to, got to be 97, she would remember things. And she would remember things completely out of the blue, but very succinctly, very detailed, as if she was 20, bringing her back. Now, I have the two versions, I promise you. One by Brian Gilead, who talks about the one from Lena Berg. And here we go with that melody a little bit. Definitely different from the Day by Day of Godsville in the 1970s. This came after the tragic death of her father, who fell overboard on a boat, and these words poured out of her heart. It's a testimony that we can trust in the presence of God. We can find strength in Him through all moments of life. Day by day, with each passing moment, strength I find to meet my trials here, resting in my Father's wise bestowment. I have no cause for worry or for fear. His heart is kind beyond all measure. His will each day what needs best. Loving me, it's part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with peace and rest. And that is one version of the song. Another version of the song, Hugh Bracey will help us day by day. This part we've covered. Day by day, with each passing moment, strength I find to meet my trials here. Trusting in the Father's wise bestowment, I have no cause for worry or for fear. He whose heart is kind beyond all measure gives unto each day what he deems best. Lovingly, it's part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with peace and rest. Every day, the Lord Himself is near me, with a special mercy for each hour. And my cares He fain would bear and cheer me, He whose name is Counselor and Power. The protection of His silent treasure is a charge that on Himself He laid. The birth as the days thy strength shall be in measure, this the pledge to me He has made. Help me then in every tribulation, so to trust thy promises, O Lord, that I lose not faith's sweet consolation offered me within thy holy word. Help me, Lord, when toil and trouble bleeding, and to take as from the Father's hand, one by one, the days, months fleeting, till I reach the promised land. Help me, Lord, when toil and trouble greeting, ere to take as from the Father's hand. One by one, the days, the moments fleeting, until we reach the promised land, building for eternity, till we reach the promised land. Isn't that beautiful, beautiful songs? In the midst of tragedy, how the Lord strengthens us. It's just incredible. Well, thanks for tuning in today. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Have a wonderful day.